Hello there guys, hope you're okay. Welcome to the channel. I keep telling you I'm going to be doing an upload of my story, addiction, how I got there, what it was like, and what I'm like now. And here it is. So, for me, started my addiction. I had a brilliant childhood, can't complain. Brother and sister, we was all treated fairly, we was all treated exactly the same. No one got extra love, no one got extra money, no one got extra care. I started mixing up with the wrong people in school. I finished my school, done all my GCSEs, nothing great, but passed. And then I started mixing up with pills, getting involved in cannabis, going out clubbing. I've always looked like I'm ancient, never needed ID since I was about 12 years old. So I used to be able to go to the pubs, to the clubs, from about 16 onwards, taking ecstasy. It was brilliant, I had a lovely time. It was a real good time, not going to lie. A few of my friends, we was all right at the pills, never really got addicted to them, it was just a weekend thing. Cannabis, different story. I used to smoke it daily, pretty much daily, when I could afford to buy it. And then I started noticing, I'd ring up my friends on a Friday. You coming out? No mate. Oh, why? Oh, I've got a girlfriend now. Settled down, trying to sort things, sort my life out. No problem, mate. Ring another friend up. You coming out, mate? Yeah, I can come out, but only for an hour. Then I found people weren't bringing drugs out with them. It was only me. A few of my friends said to me, "You need to leave that alone, Leon. It's going to get hold of you." No, I'm all right. Don't worry about me, mate. And then I got myself into a bit of trouble when I was 18. Went out, pissed at the head. Ended up beating someone up outside a nightclub. Got myself a 12-month prison sentence. Done all the courses inside. I was only in there for 3 months. Come out and tag. Went out one night. On the last night of my tag, they come around and cut my tag off. I went out. What did I go and do? Went to the town. Got absolutely levered. Bought some cocaine. Cocaine and alcohol do not mix. I don't care what anyone says, they do not mix. I ended up punching someone. And I was that scared and that worried about what I'd done. I phoned the police. And I made out someone was chasing me up the road with a shotgun. I was even making the sounds of gunshots down the phone to the 999 operator. I was going, "Help me!" Armed police turned up. I got arrested. This guy come walking out of a bush that I had it, I told him I had it. I ended up going back on my licence doing the next 6 months. Prison wasn't bad for me, it wasn't hard, it just took away my freedom. I never struggled in there, never got bullied. I'm not going to lie, I had fun. I did have general fun in there with certain guys. But it's not the place to be, I'm not glorifying it at all. No one wants to end up in prison. So I come out of prison, I had no one to use with. No one. I still wanted to use. I thought, I've been locked up for this amount of time, I want to get on it. It's my addictive personality starting to take its toll. So I used to start going in the local pub, drinking, sniffing gear, playing pool. Oh, brilliant pool player once I've had a line. 100%. Beat everyone in the pub. And then I found myself hanging around with older guys in the pub. People that were sniffing constantly, people that were selling it. And then I got involved with someone and they asked me, "You want to sell this for me? You can take a quarter a week out of it and I'll give you 200 quid. Yeah, cool. Pay some my little goal at the weekend. How wrong was I? I started using daily. Not only a bit of gram. I was using daily. I made sure that 7 grams that I got lasted me at least till the Friday. And when I got my 200 off the guy, plus wages, I was working as well. And then I'd spend a lot on cocaine again and booze. Then I met someone, got married. I was using in the toilet at home. She didn't have a clue. She did not have a clue. I was using daily. Every night I'd finish work. I used to work for a window fitting company doing facial and sockets. I didn't sleep. I wasn't sleeping for days at a time, doing 80 mile to work, falling asleep at the wheel, being told, waking up, just shitting myself. Thinking, how can I keep on top of this? How can I make this work? I want to make this work. I want to make this habit I've got. It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. I didn't see it as a habit and I didn't see it as a problem. I saw it as I'm having fun, and this is the consequence of it. And then my first child come along. Do you know what, guys? I used cocaine in the toilet while my partner was giving birth. Someone looking in on me would have been like, "You need to stop now." You are tried to point me in the direction. No one knew I was a secret sniffhead. Secret. Constantly. Constant. What's the matter with your nose, mate? I've got a cold. You've had a cold for 4 months now? Yeah, I know. Totally undeniable, whatever the word is. So I went on to have 2 more children with my ex-wife. One day she found me sniffing cocaine. I think she found me doing crack as well at one point. Threw me out. Kids didn't want to know me. She turned the kids against me because, and she was within her right at the time. No one should turn their kids against anyone. But who wants their children mixing with a raging addict? I didn't give a fuck about my kids then. I'm not going to lie. I did not give a toss. I loved them, but I didn't care if they had new clothes. I didn't care if they had something to eat, and that's awful. That was on her. I literally put it all on her. Now you deal with them. I'll deal with what I got to do. So I left her. She left me. I ended up going back to my parents after 10 years. After going back to my parents. Then the bedroom use started happening. Me indoors every single night of the week, sniffing cocaine to the early hours of the morning. There's nothing worse than pretending to be asleep. It's horrible. It's horrible. Trying to close your eyes. You can hear the birds starting to tweet. You see the sun coming up, the warmth coming through the window, and you think, fuck, I've got work in 3 hours. A couple of hours sleep, I'd be cushy. I might have had 3 hours then, but by the time I actually shut my eyes, I had about 45 minutes. And then bang, I woke up. Oh no. And that went on for years. Years and years and years. I met someone else in the process of that, and she was an air stewardess. Really nice girl. Had her head screwed on, knew what she wanted. But I couldn't leave that shit alone. I brought that into our relationship. Every night I got diarrhea. I feel sick. She obviously didn't know a lot about drugs. She was quite let's just say clean. Like, didn't want to know about drugs. She just put it down to me not being well. Then I think it came to a point where she was like, no one has the shits 7 days a week for 3 or 4 months at a time. And then being an addict, I used to forget where I was, forget what I was doing. She had a new worktop indoors, dark coloured worktop. I used to crush cocaine up on that while she was sitting on the sofa in the kitchen, in the front room. I could see the back of her head while I was crushing it. One day she said to me, why is my counter on my worktop fading? I didn't even think. So I don't know. It's a big white patch. These were black worktops. I left a big white patch about that big. It wasn't cocaine. It was where I'd crushed it up and rubbed it so much I took the enamel off the worktop. We went to bingo. We won £20,000 on the national. She wanted us to buy her mum's house. I thought I was owed half of that money. I'll come with you, we share it. Half of that's mine, I want 10 grand. She didn't want to do that with it. She wanted to build something between us. I didn't want to know. I wanted to get on one. I knew there was 10 grand and I could have a fucking good party. So I stole £300 out of her bank every day. It was in a savings account. £300 a day I took out. Until she got one day she went to the cash point just to check the accounts. Realised she had £10,300 left in there. Rung me up screaming at me, where is the money? I don't know, babe, maybe someone's hacked your account, maybe someone's done this, maybe someone's done every fucking excuse in the book. Nasty excuses. Blaming her, maybe you left your card somewhere, maybe you done this, maybe you done that. It was me. I was now becoming a thieving addicts. But in my eyes, I weren't thieving, because my eyes, 10 grand, that was my money. I still ran to the post office with the other card I had in my pocket and made sure I drew that last £300 out while she was stewing on her way home. What did I go and do? Pick up more gear. She come home, I was in a fucking state. She finished with me. Pure and utter finish with me. Didn't want to know. Do you know what? I don't blame her. There was times when I went back. You know what it's like when you're in a relationship. You go back. Sex is sex. Everyone seems to jump back. Oh, let's have a shag. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's all it was. I knew she didn't want me. I didn't particularly want her because I knew my habit was thingy. And then back to my parents. I went, tail between my legs. 8 months later, after using every day, I was still functioning, still going to work. Went back to. I've met someone else, Liz. Me and Liz got together. Sadly, her partner realised what I was. Her partner realised I was a cokehead. You only had to speak to one person in the street where I was from, and they'd be like, "Oh, Leon, yeah, stay away from him. He's a right fucking disaster. Right cokehead. Lovely person. I've never been a horrible person. It's drugs that make me like it." So he took her children out of school one day, refused to give them back. Social services involved, done this, that and the other. Made her life hell. She turned it into an absolute mess. The depression that she was going through, she tried to take her life out several times. I had to wrap her arms up with bandages because I came home from work and she was bleeding out. Tried to hang herself a few times. And then the crack. One day, I said to her, "Fancy trying this?" We was both sniffing. One day she said, "Fancy trying it like this?" I didn't know what I was doing. First couple of grams I absolutely ruined. Didn't know what I was doing with it to wash it up. And that first hit we both had, we looked at each other. That's better than the coke. And we was hooked. Big time. Daily use. And I'm talking 150, £200 a day. Hard crack use. Doing whatever you do. Sex. Just sitting there paranoid. Paranoia has always been a bad thing for me. Always been a paranoid freak when I do drugs. And it spiraled. Her depression got worse, obviously. The way she was, she got worse. We had an argument one day after a session. I left the house. I came home next day. And there she was hanging from the stairs. Fucked my head up. Completely fucked me. I dealt with the situation at the time. Police, ambulance, everything else. Could not bring her back to life. That was done. She was dead. So then, excuse me, back to my parents again. Now I'm smoking crack every day. Hard crack addiction. Then I got put into a B&B waiting to be housed. Dingy room, smelly and dark. That's when psychosis started taking effect with me. If I was used, I could use a couple of rocks to be fine, but one more after that. I remember one specific time I owed someone £100. I heard them drilling at my window. I could hear him, "I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you," screaming at me, shouting at me. He was drilling through my window. There was no one there. There was no one there. And I could hear banging on the door, "Let me in, let me in." I hid under my bed. I woke up 2 days later underneath my bed. The next day, sorry, 2 days. Underneath my bed. What a disaster, what a way to be. Disgusting way to be. And then I couldn't get housed. I ended up trying to kill myself. Put myself into a mental health hospital for 28 days. I even used while I was in there for someone to come and drop me something off. I was sniffing, I couldn't wash it up. Guys, and then after that, I was living in a room on my own for about 2 years, daily crack use, spiraling out of control, literally looked an absolute mess, a mess. I mean, like that, looked like a proper crackhead. People used to follow me around shops, people used to call me names in the street. People were fucking horrible to me. Do you know why? Because I've been horrible to myself and I made myself look like that. And then one day, on the 25th of June last year, I decided to pack my bag, go and meet my dealer for one last time, and I picked up, I think, 4 bags of gear. Sat on a train to Scotland, didn't pay for my ticket. I managed to bunk the train all the way to Scotland, to Edinburgh, using the train toilet. 17-hour journey or 11-hour journey, I can't remember now what it was. I think it might have been 17-hour in total. I was a fucking mess. Got to Scotland, and I decided to walk the NC 500 for mental health, with my partner. And I was clean, finally, for a week. And I walked averaging 12 miles a day, some days I'm 25. And I found myself getting cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. And I'm looking, and more people are looking at me smiling rather than giving me dirty looks. And I went over to Shetland, Orkney Isles, travelled there. It's all documented on my channel. All the videos of my travels. All the short videos. And guys, that's what led me here today. I got to Ullapool, I met my partner Rachel. She's an absolute diamond, love her to bits. And that's that. I am now 11 months and 8 days clean of all substances. I think it's 11 months. I'm sure it's 11 months, 8 days. And I have to look at it, but it's around that sort of thing, a few days here or there. Guys, I'm just putting this out there to show you that you can come from absolutely fuck all to recovering and being someone. And I've got a car now. I've got a partner. I do nice things. We go out and we earn money on the beach. We can winkle pick, and I love it. I love my fucking life right now, and I would not go back to that shit. I can never say I never would do it, because something could happen and it would fuck me. But I know now I'm in a better position. I know coping strategies, I know coping mechanisms, and I can deal with it. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I will come back with a more in-depth video when I start doing my lives. A few questions and answers. We can get right into the nitty-gritty parts of it, and we go from there. So guys, just remember, change is possible and it can be done. Love you all. Keep it real.